Good evening, everyone. We don't have too much rainfall right now, but in the last 30 days, we've had certainly enough to get us to where we have in an average January at least. Now, usually that includes moisture that we get from snowmelt as well as rainfall. And technically that's what we've got too, although the snowmelt itself wasn't as impressive as some of the rain that had come through earlier on. Meanwhile, a little bit further towards our west, they're a little bit under in parts of Virginia, but where it could really use the rainfall is along the coast in North and South Carolina and across the southern half of Georgia. And I think some extra rain that we've got with this system will be able to make it out that far towards the east and get those spots back up towards where they should be for this time of the month. Most of us have rain starting at about noon. Before that, there's not too much. There might be sprinkles here and there, but you can still get outside if you need to. That spreads further towards the north and east as we get into the next couple of hours, staying mostly as greens and yellows, so light to moderate rainfall. Some oranges popping up here and there, so some places getting it a little bit heavier, helping to prime the environment for some of that flooding. Around midnight, there's a second round that comes through. Again, mostly staying as yellows and oranges with some greens surrounding it, but there are little pieces that come through as red, so some heavier rainfall there, and that's going to keep on moving towards the east. After about 2 a.m., there's not much left over. We're pretty dry by 5, and apart from some light showers that we've got through the later part of Sunday morning, most of us don't have too much activity, even as we go through a lot of next week. Now, we are able to bring in some colder air with this system. It's only going to cool us a little bit. I think most of our temperatures are still in the 50s, but on Sunday, we'll notice some more temperatures getting into the 40s for highs. Roanoke's a little bit lower, and Lynchburg and Southside staying lower as well. The shower activity really does ease off after noon on Sunday. There's not much left over. Anything on Monday is just kind of little pieces here and there. Same thing on Wednesday. So if you need to get out basically any other time than Saturday, you've got a pretty good stretch where you're able to. One of the effects that we will have after the rain comes through is a lot of wind. Gusts will get up towards 30 miles per hour for most of us on Monday. So just expect it to be a little bit breezy, but like I was just saying, there's not too much in terms of showers. Temperatures are pretty standard for this time of year. Another thing that's somewhat working in our favor is that we don't really have too much of a storm chance. We could get some rumbles of thunder late on Saturday, but the main storm risk stays pretty well down towards our south. That level 2 risk in Alabama and Florida is well away from us, and even the level 1 risk mostly stays to the southwest of Charlotte. The storm threat is mostly just for floods with this one, and that flooding is mostly going to stay south of 460. Temperatures tonight come down to the 40s, a little bit cooler than the past couple of days, and that's part of why we're limited to the 50s for tomorrow. We can't warm up too much or bring in some cooler air. Then we bring in even extra cooler air for Sunday. That pushes us closer to the 50 mark itself, and then we spend a lot of the days after that in the upper 40s, low 50s, all the way through the end part of the week. Showers are possible again on Wednesday, but they're mostly staying pretty light with plenty of sunshine for Thursday and Friday.